Major money laundering just erupts. You'll never guess who the feds just indicted for accepting tens of millions of dollars worth of bribes and cash and jewelry by National Politics Today. Between news of the CIA providing weaponry to Syrian dissidents through a clandestine enterprise named Purple Shovel in Bulgaria, to the start of an extremely included plan by Russia and China to push the US dollar to the brink of collapse in the oil business, there is a ton of discussion in Iran, Syria, and Turkey being future battlegrounds for the US. The Russians and Chinese have started a confounded arrangement of exchanges that will upgrade both those nations' coffers, and it will likewise help different countries in bypassing the U.S. authorized by exchanging oil for gold. Rather than utilizing the petrodollar, places like Russia and China, with cheerful participation from the House of Saudi Arabia, could hypothetically annihilate the strength of the dollar. That being stated, Iran seems to have taken in some things from this inviting trade amongst China and Russia, since they have now been found doing precisely the same with 4 Turkish authorities, one of whom is specifically fixing to Turkey's President Erdogan. Via the Daily Caller, U.S. prosecutors on Wednesday announced an indictment in a major money laundering case against 4 Turkish citizens, including a former economic minister who currently serves in the Turkish parliament and is associated with Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan. Mehmet Zafer Kaglian, one of the 4 indictees, is accused of accepting tens of millions of dollars worth of cash and jewelry from a scheme to circumvent the U.S. sanctions against Iran. The indictment, handed down by the United States Attorney's Office of the Southern District of New York, is part of a case against Reza Zarrab, a Turkish-Iranian financier who is accused of running a money laundering scheme aimed at helping Iran evade the U.S. sanctions. Prosecutors allege that Zarrab has been laundering money for the Iranian government through Halk Bank, a Turkish state-owned bank. Mehmet Atilla, Yalk Bank's deputy chief executive officer, was also part of the scheme, prosecutors allege. Both the Zarrab and Atilla go to trial next month. Erdogan, Turkey's president, is intensely interested in the Zarrab case. He has reportedly asked both President Trump and President Obama. What do you mean President Obama? You mean former President Obama, to drop charges against Zarrab and allow him to return to Turkey. Erdogan has also suggested in public speeches in Turkey that he holds American citizens as prisoners as a leverage in the case of Zarrab. Turkish analysts have said that Erdogan wants to block the case from going to trial because details of Zarrab's money laundering scheme could be embarrassing for the Turkish president and his family. Prosecutors reportedly have wiretapped phone conversations implicating Erdogan family members in the scheme. Zarrab's conspiracy involved an elaborate gold for oil trade aimed at curbing sanctions that the U.S. placed against Iran in 2012. Prosecutors allege that Zarrab sent Turkish gold to Iran in exchange for oil while deceiving foreign banks and U.S. regulators. In any case, the same number were perplexed of a couple of months. Wow, they really wrote that terrible. In any case, the same number of people, I guess, were perplexed at a couple of months back when our leader had signed the multi-billion-dollar military and monetary accord with Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, and Israel It turned out to be clear to me this was to hamper a conceivable offer by the other two superpowers. That being stated, it is conceivable that the Turkish government might be getting in on this extremely lucrative understanding by utilizing Iran as an intermediary. We should perceive how this unfurls. What? However, keep your eyes on North Korea. They have been exchanging with Iran for a long time. Are they talking about Obama had done these offers back then too? In any case, a couple of months back, when our leader, it wasn't Trump, that's for sure. They're talking about this, but is this actually the case? Because I heard that they're not doing this, but then again, for money laundering, I didn't hear about that, so I don't really know what to make of this, but I will, look into this. It seems interesting. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys know anything about this, let me know in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.